Hi guys, welcome back to One Man's Junk. Alright guys, we have a lovely episode lined up for you today. We've got some really special pickups and finds, but just before we get to that, you may have noticed something just there a few minutes ago. Well, here he is again. Yes, I want to give a big shout out to Non-Heinous, or Steve, on Instagram, who hooked me up and he finally made my dream come true and he made me into a garbage pail kid. Yes! So I can cross that one off the bucket list. Thank you, Steve. So in today's episode, I've got a few items that I picked up just before the lockdown and a few other items that I've been buying online and have been finally mailed to me. So we've just disinfected them and the time is right and I cannot wait to show you. So the first thing I have is this guy here. So of course it is our favorite line, Masters of the Universe. But you may be thinking these look a little different. Well, that's because these are, of course, knockoffs from Mexico. It's that kind of blow plastic. And this one I have to give a big shout out to a good friend of mine, Mike the Muss. Thank you so much. I did see him quite a few weeks ago, and he gave me this as a gift because he knew that I was going to need something for the show. And wow, what a gift. So have a look at this. You're going to see it's almost the same as this role-playing sword that was released by HG Toys. But of course it's a knockoff. And it's got a really cool design here. You've got the Skeletor head, you've got the He-Man head. So this is amazing, and this will definitely be getting hung up here on the wall. And of course, he even included this guy for free. So I'm assuming it came with a sword, but what a beauty. Look at that. You can just, it's clearly a knockoff. It's so cheaply made, but you know what they say, when it's so bad, it's good? Well, this definitely falls into that category. So again, thank you so much, Mike. This is really something that I'm going to treasure and will certainly be living on the shelves here. Now you may remember a few episodes ago I actually picked up a bar of Slimer ectoplasm flavored chocolate. Well, basically it was just white chocolate that was dyed green, but it kind of tasted like ectoplasm. It just wasn't that good. Well, I actually picked up another one at the same time, which I completely forgot about because the Slimer one was just so gross. But I'm going to be brave and we're going to try it out. This one actually, I feel like this could be good. This is Stay Puft Marshmallow Milk Chocolate. So I'm hoping it really is just milk chocolate with a little bit of marshmallow. So please join me for the ride. We're going to try it, see if it's any good. And if it is, well, then make sure you put an order in online. Wow, guys, that was really good. Wow. I have to say, from hell to heaven, this is really good. The ectoplasm, oh my god, like old socks. But this is good junk food. Welcome back to action figure identification. So here's one you've definitely seen before. Perhaps you've forgotten. I'm happy to remind you. This is from Hasbro Small Soldiers. But the reason I'm showing this off is because I was really lucky to pick up an accessory from the same line. There you go. So what do you notice? That's right, it is exact same gun, but on a much larger scale. So I believe that this gun here was actually packaged with either the 12-inch Small Soldiers Chip Hazard, or it was packaged with the large figure, again, talking Chip Hazard. So that's definitely a really cool little find, one you don't see too often. And wouldn't you believe it, when I picked that up, I also found this. So that one was actually packaged with Archer, but I'm pretty sure that that was with the 12-inch talking version. So again, two great, really hard to find accessories from a great line. Okay, here's a nice odd one. It's from a pretty obscure line. Actually, it was from a line of action figures that were made to promote a movie. Any guesses? Well, the only reason I know it is because I was researching this line and, well, let me show you. Yes, it's from Coneheads. So there's Dan Aykroyd with his Conehead space helmet. What a silly little accessory, but great, satisfying little find. Here's one that actually has been bothering me for a little while. It took me a little while to track it down. I mistakenly believed it was from LJN Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, but then I had a closer look and I thought maybe it was a knockoff. of an LJN Dungeons & Dragons accessory. Wrong again. This was actually packaged again with Hasbro, but this time with battle trolls. So I feel like I've mentioned these guys before, but I did pick them up in a lovely little trade with a good friend of mine. Thank you so much, Ed. And it is what they look like. They are from Beetlejuice. They were released with the Kenner figures, and these basically fall into that whole Kenner companion figure collection. So as I'm sure you're aware, Kenner Real Ghostbusters, they had lots of lovely little companion ghosts. You've got the Waterworld figures that also had lots of little companions like jellyfish and swordfish and what have you. And then you've got these guys here, Beetlejuice. So I'm going to be adding these to my collection. I think I've probably got about 10 of each, but I will never stop collecting them. I think they are great. That's a funky little accessory here. It is, of course, a guitar. Any guesses? Bill and Ted maybe? Or Ninja Turtles? I'm afraid you would be mistaken. These were in fact packaged with Ace Toys Stone Protectors. Oh my me, what a lovely, lovely little accessory. So this one here, again, on the face of it, kind of looks like a G.I. Joe backpack. And if you do have a pile of G.I. Joe accessories, particularly backpacks, I would suggest going through them because you probably mislabeled it or misorganized it and such. This actually was packaged with Mattel Food Fighters. Another big shout out to my good buddy Ed. Ed, thank you so much. I have been hunting this projectile for quite a while. Now you may be wondering, what does it belong to? You may be thinking it looks quite interesting. It looks like there's an eyeball painted at the end of it. Well, let me end the mystery for you. Yes, it belongs to Toy Max Body Wars, which of course is a type of Mighty Max knockoff. So certainly a great pickup. Alright guys, it's that time. It's time for Finds of the Day. Alright folks, so unlike previous weeks, these are my favorite finds, but I don't really find them out in the wild. They're just purchases that I did make online, of course, you know, keeping in with that social distancing. So the first one is something that actually arrived a few days ago. I just disinfected it and it's ready to go. So please feast your eyes on this. Wow, have a look at that. So this would be the kind of the Mighty Max knockoff that was maybe for, like, you know, little kids that were a little bit older, you know, not quite 9, 10, more like 13, 14. And this is what is known as Body Wars from Toy Max. So it's actually quite a hard line to track down as is. I seen this up on eBay and I just couldn't resist. I threw the seller a very fair offer and I was so glad he accepted. This here is one of the nicest, cleanest cards I have ever seen. If you have a look at that bubble, it's really nice, clear, transparent, no stress marks, nothing. And the card art is phenomenal. So this is definitely one that will be going in the collection. And even better, it does mean that I now have a loose, complete one up for grabs. Okay guys, but that is a phenomenal pickup. It is a great find, but it's not the best one. This here is a box of goodies from a lovely seller all the way down in Florida. I think his name was Steve. So hopefully, Steve, you're watching this. Thank you so much, bud. He hooked me up with some great stuff. So let's just dive right in. The first thing is this. I haven't seen one of these before, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is from the Masters of the Universe beach playset. So I'm assuming, yeah, you just fill this with sand here, and then you've got sand-shaped castles of Skeletor. But what a great little piece. It's really such an oddball piece, one that you really don't see too often. And again, of course, it's going to be joining my Masters of the Universe oddball collection. Now that's nice, but how about another Renko figure from one of my favorite lines, Lost World of the Warlord. And it is none other than, I believe it's pronounced Deimos. However, it's one that I've been needing for a while because here he is all kitted out with his hard to find outfit. So have a look at that. You can see here the vinyl's still intact. He's got all these crazy little we call them tussles, or what have you, and he's even got this kind of weird little kind of fishnet here belt, but what a great little figure, one that I need. So really that collection is pretty much complete now. You may remember I showed you a little preview of what my Remco collection looks like. Here it is again, a little reminder, but he's going to fit in nicely. Alright, so that is a lovely pickup. Again, another Remco for the collection, but that wasn't why I contacted Steve in the first place. What really got my attention was this. Yes. So as a child, I did always want the Mumra Tomb playset, but unfortunately it was a little pricey, and even now it's still quite pricey to find it, especially with all the pieces to complete it. So I kind of lowered my targets and I said, you know what, I wouldn't mind a mini Mumra Tomb, and here it is. So it is pretty hard to find, but as soon as I seen it, I jumped all over it. And I do believe it's missing the tomb or the coffin, but here we go. It's still got the Mumra mummy minifigure. So certainly a great little piece, and it'll go along with the rest of my other mini Thundercats. But that is certainly the jewel in the crown of my mini Thundercats collection. And finally, here it is. This really is one of my favorite pickups. Is it Masters of the Universe, you're wondering, or is it Remco? You got it. It is Remco. It's Pirates of the Galaxies, but it is my very first proper, authentic, non-Zolo World Remco skeleton figure. Yes, finally. Here we go, have a look. So I believe this is Bones or Crossbones. He is missing his vinyl cloak outfit, what have you, but here it is. What a beauty, vintage 80s skeleton knockoff. Wow. And it even came with these little blunderbuss here. So a wonderful pickup. I'm so excited to add this to my collection. Really, the only problem now is that I've really got my heart set on that Conan Jewel Thief, so I'm really gonna set my sights on that and really try and track that one down. But what a beauty, guys. Take it in all its glory. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you something to do during this time here of quarantine and lockdown. But if you are looking for something else to do, I'm going to include a link in the comments here. We are part of, One Man's Junk. We are part of the BOD Toys for Suckers. That's the group in Facebook where we do some live sales. So if you want to buy some toys or you want to have a little chat or what have you, by all means, join the group and join us for the next live sale. Thanks again, guys. Thank you so much. Bye now.